Yeah.
That tracks. Ba-ba-ba.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to That Tracks.
So soon.
Ethan and
Carolyn. Oh, man. I love interrupting our intro. It's great.
guys, welcome to episode 24.
Episode
of
24.
The pod.
Right.
And we've been hearing some murmurs,
Yeah.
some comments, some feedback.
From who?
From our vast listenership.
Like who?
Like Melissa McCarthy. She's in those DMs. She listens, and she was saying, Ethan, when is the next guest coming on?
Melissa McCarthy said that?
Yeah, sure.
I love Spy. I thought Spy was a great movie.
Yeah, Bridesmaids was great too.
Oh, well, that's good. But Spy was a banging movie.
Anyways, since
Yeah.
Melissa herself asked us, when is your next guest coming on, we figured it was time to get to work.
Exactly. And I think we have a fantastic guest.
Melissa McCarthy's favorite comic.
Oh, for sure.
Is that a good thing?
This is cool, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
Guys, we have a guest episode today. The one, the only,
Elijah Meshnick.
Woo!
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I feel like me and Melissa McCarthy wouldn't necessarily be great collaborators, but I certainly respect what she does, and I clearly she respects what I do. So
Clearly,
that's good.
big fan.
For sure. Now we need to run that back. So you need to say how much you love Melissa McCarthy. So when she does watch this, she's like, "Oh my God, more fans."
No, I adore her.
Yeah, okay.
She's awesome. I watched Gilmore Girls in a way of
Oh, she's on that show.
Yeah.
Wait, she was on Gilmore Girls?
She's
Oh my
the chef,
God.
the cook, the
yeah,
chef.
I think that was her like first
Breakout?
big thing.
Oh, whoa. Oh my God.
She's on it. She's on it, and she's adorable
She's
on
the heart
it.
and soul of the
She's
show.
so adorable.
It's not the mother-daughter relationship.
No.
It's Melissa McCarthy, the McCarthy.
Yeah.
Is she the Gilmore?
She's the
No,
girl.
she's
Oh,
not.
oh, she's the
like
girl.
the best friend.
Oh, gotcha.
And I would say she's the least evil person, least evil character on the show. Sorry, I forget they're not real people, but.
So yeah, Melissa McCarthy's favorite comic,
Elijah Meshnick.
Elijah Meshnick. Our favorite comic, sure, we'll say it.
Uh,
Our favorite comic of the month.
Of the month?
Sure.
Yeah, awesome.
Why not? September 2025 is
September
the month of Elijah.
It's the Portal Day.
It's the guys 999. Because it's September 9th,
Mhm.
2025. 999. We opened a portal, and the portal gifted us the Leptember comic themselves.
Elijah Meshnick.
Wait, what'd you say? Leptember?
September.
You haven't heard of
that?
it? It's not catching on?
Oh.
It's Lock in September.
Lock in September.
We're using Leptember. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm the only one saying it.
Yeah.
No one else has said it back to me yet.
Leptember.
But it's
But
catching.
today's Leptember portal day.
It's
I've
catching on. Yeah.
It feels like Leptember, like take a leap.
Yes.
Take a leap.
Leapt.
And
Yeah.
I feel like I can kind of get behind that in like that sense.
Okay, take a leap.
Leptember, like I took a lap.
Now, see, I hear leprosy. I hear it's leprosy September. Yeah.
Well, you need to think harder.
Yeah, I know. I'm not thinking. Fuck.
So,
Fuck.
since our Leptember comic is here, Elijah, I would like to know a little bit about how you got your start in comedy. Well, I guess let me preface that. Do you identify as a comic, a comedian?
I do. Yeah, I identify as a comedian. How did I get my start? I mean, I guess I did comedy in high school and college in a way. I was in like an improv group in high school that like didn't really do improv. We just kind of like hung out.
Awesome.
And then
Cool. Yeah.
I joined improv for the friendships.
Yeah.
And in college, I was in a sketch group for like a few semesters,
Mhm.
and that was fun. And then I started stand up. I was like, yes, stand up is my thing.
Mhm.
Like, but also had a really slow start to it. My senior year of college, I went to like some open mics and did a couple shows,
Yeah.
and then took a really long break. And when I moved here a few years ago, I waited a year to start, and then a year after I got here, I started going to mics, which was 2 years ago that I started.
So you're only 2 years into the New York grind?
Yeah.
Let me tell
I
you,
am.
they shot off like a rocket.
Oh, wow. Well, actually, like for the first year, I went to mics and I just like didn't talk to a single person.
Mhm.
I went like once every month or so, and
Yeah.
was just like, just didn't say hi to everyone. I just showed up, left.
Got some laughs, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What
sure.
do you think switched? Like, was there a certain mic that like switched that, or was there like what was that switch for you?
Yeah. I mean, I think honestly, I was working at a job where I was just like so burnt out and so like not a person when I wasn't there.
Mhm.
And then I quit the job and I was like felt free. And then I met like a couple of people who are like, oh my god, like we actually can be friends outside of comedy and
Yeah.
we're not just like doing the same thing into the same stuff. Like I'm like, you're a person who I like actually have a lot of lot in common with other than comedy.
Right.
And that really inspired me to like go to more mics and I met a lot of people through that. So
That's what has been so like wonderfully exciting to me about the Brooklyn stand-up scene is how friendly people are. Like people are
Yeah.
really nice. I'm sure there's still some like competition, of course, but people are like chatty after shows. Meet my friend so and so. It like behooves you to work as a team and to lift people up.
yeah, I would agree with that. I think that people have different experiences of the scene where some people like come in and like, I don't know, they like get lucky a little bit and meet really nice people. But I also think there are a lot of people who show up to mics and are like, no one's really talking to me. So I think it's kind of a mix, especially if you go to the wrong mics.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there are mics now that are really fun and really about like welcoming people when they come and being really nice, especially to people who are like, this is my first time, whatever. And I mean, I think that is the culture, but I think like the first, I don't know, I think people have really different experiences of it.
I had a shaman. I had someone being like, don't go to this mic, go to this mic, come to this one. And I went with a friend.
Yeah.
Showing up solo, being like, I'm here.
Totally.
It's bad. Yeah, I feel like it took me like a year really to find a mic where I like would hang out with people afterwards.
Yeah.
Like it was Freak Latte.
Totally. Freak Latte. That's kind of what opened me up as well, was Freak Latte.
Yeah.
And some of the people there who were super nice to me instead of like, I do feel like you kind of have to prove yourself a little bit for people to like start really talking to you. Cause like, I mean, it makes sense. People don't have time to talk to every single person who shows up to a mic.
Right.
But yeah, you do have to like, I think having a friend too, who's like, this person is a person who matters because I know them.
Yeah.
Actually, then people will like talk to you. Whereas like when I started, I feel like some people were just like, okay, like you seem nice, but are you relevant to me?
Yeah. I feel like
It's like
that's
that.
kind of the same with like social media. Is you kind of have to give people a reason to care about you and
Yeah.
your content. Otherwise, you can just be a face. I mean, that's also New York. Like
Mhm.
the city's so big that you can pass by 100,000 people in a day and they don't track to you.
Oh, for sure.
And then if you've seen their face one time, you're like, oh my god, I saw someone I know today.
Totally. And I think also my experience of starting comedy would have been really different if I had like 10K followers on Instagram, you know, because people would be like, oh,
Yeah.
So what are you about? You know,
Yeah.
but I had like 600 and they were like, well, how relevant can you really be?
No, everything these days is for the gram zeitgeist.
Yeah, it's all for social media.
Which we love. We love living for likes, don't we, everybody?
Yeah. I wouldn't really say that I'm living for likes, but
What's your favorite social media?
my favorite social media, oh my god, good question.
Yeah.
I think it might be I think it might, I don't know. I
Etsy,
think it might
everything
be
Do you have a favorite app?
favorite app.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm actually kind of liking Instagram, even though I'm talking shit about like what it's done to how people interact with each other like how really specific and strange people interact with each other. I think most people are just like normal about it. But
Right.
like, the like 1% that's really weird about it, I'm like, you absolutely make this, you're like ruining the whole vibe of the room sometimes. You know what I mean? Because they really care about it.
Yeah.
But I do like Instagram. Sometimes it's really fun to put together an Instagram post.
An Instagram dump after 3 months is like, it's amazing.
I love a little
Totally.
story bit. I used to do this fake
Yeah.
brand deal bit where I would like tag lens crafters and just like, again, I had this like Nathan Fielder like trolling me. I tagged this one like skinny cookie company that I bought in an airport. I just like wanted a chocolate chip cookie. And they're like, diet cookies. And I tagged them and they reposted me and like reached out to me. And I was like, thanks so much for the deal. Literally just because I lied. I was just like, thanks for the brand deal, guys. My flight today is sponsored by the Thinsters. And they forgot that I wasn't a real... No, I love playing games on social media. When you
Wait,
take it
that's
seriously,
awesome.
it gets discouraging.
Right.
Oh my god.
But playing a little game on the
That's
socials?
awesome. My partner said this thing once that was so brilliant, which is like, what if Instagram was just a place where you went and you shared pictures with your friends? And it's
Yeah.
like, that's literally what it's supposed to be, but
Take me
it's
back to
not.
2013.
It's not, because it's like it's like there's such like a zoo of it, of like the watching and being watched. you
Yeah.
know?
And it can be a tool to really grow your career. So I feel like there's pressure
Totally.
for when you're not when you're using it for fun and not as like a career tool, it's like I'm wasting potential.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What can you do?
What can you do?
What
can you do?
What can you do? What can you do?
Totally.
You know, we open with this as you are the Leptember comedian, and I feel like as the further proof of that is something that's coming up soon, later this September.
Yes.
This Leptember event, the Uncommon Comedy Festival.
Oh my god, yeah. It's kind of me being more of a producer than a comedian at the moment, at least in sheer hours. I'm like 99% producer, 10% comedian.
Yeah.
No, wait, 1% comedian. I
You
guess there can be overlap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't need to be mutually exclusive, but in sheer time, I'm spending like 95 to 5. Like,
so give me the log line. Like, what is Uncommon?
Uncommon Comedy Fest is Brooklyn's comedy festival. Logline is comedy festival taking place in Brooklyn like you've never seen before.
In an uncommon way.
Yeah, uncommon. Well, okay, the name Uncommon came from like very inspired by Fringe, like Fringe Festival.
Yeah.
Is like, oh, are you going to Fringe? And I'm like, we need that one word that kind of says what it is, you know? And I was like, okay, well, it's like alternative comedy, but like you can't just be like Brooklyn alternative. Like that sounds like a shitty coffee cup. Like shitty coffee company. Like, so then I went through a lot of that, and it was just like uncommon, where it's like it's not so like freaky comedy festival. It's just like
not your regular.
It's just like comedians who are like doing their own thing, you know? Even when I was describing about my experience starting in comedy, where like everyone is really going after it, and I think there is that like underlying competition of people really wanting to break into the industry.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like Uncommon Brooklyn Comedy Festival, it's like it's about like not being like that and being more like a sort of like high concept question, like what if comedy was about having fun with your friends? You know?
Yeah.
Because comedy, more than any other art form to me, is like so intertwined with like industry. And it's like when you think of comedians, you're thinking like, oh, these like big comedian tycoons who started out in stand-up or improv and became millionaires.
Right.
And it's like, what if we thought about it more like music, where like, yeah, they're those really big pop stars that you think of that are like, oh, those are music. But it's like, are those music to you? No, like you're also thinking about like a pianist who's just playing at like a jazz bar, whatever.
Yeah.
Not to compare myself to that person, but it's like, I think we think of music as something that we all have an individual relationship to.
Right.
And like
100%.
a community relationship to. And they're like artists who just really enjoy the art, and like hobbyists who are going to play music no matter what.
Yeah.
And I wish there was more of that with comedy. Like, I think it exists, and it exists in Brooklyn. And that's kind of the whole point, is to like highlight that like sort of approach to comedy and just the mentality behind more like community centered comedy, instead of comedy that's like fighting its way to the top so that you can like quit your day job and whatever.
Right.
It's like, no, comedy that's like about coming together and laughing and like, you know, sharing memories with your community, and like supporting people who are just getting into comedy and who are like developing the skill, but also like highlighting comedians who are just like such artists, because there are a lot of like comedians in Brooklyn who I'm like, oh, you're kind of an artist first, which like you're not going to see on like, I was going to say SNL. I'm like, actually SNL, like there's some really incredible artists.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's a lot
harder to get your Netflix special.
You're not going to get your Netflix special by like doing like weird random stuff that's like really beautiful to see live.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
We're going to be there.
Oh, for sure. It's the 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ethan's hosting a show, I believe.
I am co-hosting a show.
You're co-hosting a show.
With Austin Estrada.
Yeah, with Austin Estrada. It's a really good lineup, too.
I'm very excited for it. But we won't give any spoilers yet. We'll repost it on the Instagram story for sure.
For sure.
Are there any shows that you are like very excited for that are like on the lineup? You're like, oh, this is a must see.
Oh, a must see. Well, I'd probably have to plug the shows that like the festival itself is producing because we're doing like a like featured like 3 different featured comedians lineups. You know, there's gonna be one that's kind of like inspired by like JFL new faces, kind of like comedians that we all know and love kind of vibe. Obviously we couldn't like people will like turn down other opportunities to go to JFL. We just kind of booked who we could book, who are all like incredible, genuinely incredible comedians.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's kind of that like headliner lineup. There's and then there are a couple of shows that are more like featured comedians who like are not as like part of our scene, but like submitted tapes and are like really cool and funny and maybe either newer to New York or like do comedy in Manhattan or like someone who's visiting from LA.
Yeah.
So there are a couple of shows like that that are going to be really fun. And then another sort of like headline show is Max Wittert is doing an hour at the BCC. And I think he is like very much artist / comedian in terms of like a fantastic illustrator. And he does like kind of multimedia comedy. And I think that's just going to be a really fun show that makes really good use of the BCC like main stage, which is like, it's kind of hard to do like raw stand up on. Everyone says it's like a bit of a tough room for that, but there's like, you can hook up to the projector and do cool stuff with it. And it's, the BCC is a really awesome place for like experimental like stuff and new people. Yeah. So I think that show's gonna be really fun.
So to recap, it's 3 days of comedy shows throughout various times throughout the days at various locations.
Yeah, there's like most nights there's like a 7 p.m. show and an 8:39 show. So the idea is like if you wanted to, you could go to 2 shows back to back, and it's all like walking distance from each other / like a couple stops off the L kind of vibe. So it's like all close to each other.
That's
too.
so awesome.
Yeah.
And can you buy a ticket for each show or for the festival?
It's just each show right now.
I think that's
Because that's kind yeah. I mean, I was like, I would love to do like a festival pass kind of thing, but that takes like, this is like a 4-person operation right now,
Is
4
this
or
the
5.
inaugural
So
year?
yeah, it's year 1. So
Oh
I'm
my
like, oh,
God.
it's test drive. Year 2, we can do like a cute festival pass kind of situation, you know?
I'm like, well, I did not submit in time. Can't wait to spend a year getting ready for my uncommon
yes.
debut.
Yeah. You're gonna pitch your Fringe show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, the
fun.
show that I haven't written yet that I'm gonna take to Edinburgh at some point.
You got a year. You got a year.
Yeah, you have a year
Yeah.
for sure. And I feel like next year it can be like more people. And it was kind of hard. Well, I mean, it's easy to find shows because there's so many shows, but I think it's like, it was really hard to get people invested this year because it's all hypothetical and it's like, they haven't seen it.
There's no proof of
They
concept.
can't picture it. So I think
Yeah.
even people who were like, oh, that sounds like a cool idea. It's like, they don't necessarily have the vision. They don't necessarily like see it because like they can't because it hasn't happened yet.
Right.
Right.
Are tickets on sale?
They're on
17th.
sale. Oh
These
yeah,
tickets
they're
are
on sale.
Folks, listen,
Yeah.
I might not be able to sell you
On sale.
Skechers, but let me sell you Uncommon Fest. You know, it's the last weekend of September. You're in New York. Maybe you live here. Maybe you're visiting. Maybe you're a tech bro who lives in Manhattan and you want to feel a little bit of life in the city. And you're like, there's got to be more than Murray Hill and Carbone. You know what? There
Yeah.
is. Take your little hiney across the river on the L to Brooklyn and see some real live comedy. New faces, people who are growing a following, all kinds of comedy, right? Stand-up, improv,
Sketch,
Sketch,
clown,
clown.
music.
multimedia.
Yep. Comedy that doesn't even really have a one word for it.
Come with your
Avant-garde.
friends. Avant-garde. Every kind of comedy. Come with your friends. Buy a drink. Come for 1 show. Come for 2. Have fun on the first night. Come back the next night. I promise you, you will not regret it. And if you do, come DM me about it. And I will sing you a song to make you feel better.
And you DM me
my
too,
God.
and I'm gonna send them to Carolyn as well to sing more songs.
I'll be in the audience. That's what I'm doing this year. I will be a happy, smiling face in the audience. Maybe I'll get. Maybe I can get an ad deal,
Oh my god.
unpaid. But I can be like #ad. Come see Uncommon.
Wow. Oh
Can
my
I be
god.
the
We should
influencer?
give you a little like influencer code. So like if people buy a ticket using your code, you make like $1.
Wait, no, I would love to be an influencer
That'd be
for
fun,
Uncommon
right?
Fest. Can I actually? Yeah, okay.
I don't know why. I don't see why not. I don't.
Guys, my
there are no rules.
debut. I am the official. I'm the official brand companion. What do you call it? Influencer.
Maybe
The
an
content
influencer.
creator. I'm a content creator for Uncommon Fest.
Wow.
See there. Way to save that I didn't apply to be involved.
I will say though, you said this, but you are great to have an audience.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's amazing. That's so important.
Yeah.
I actually have been complimented a lot over the years. I'm a generous laugher. I'm not afraid to be the only person to laugh at a joke.
Wow.
The first time I ever did stand up in college, you were in the audience, and I felt like immediately better because I could hear your laugh, and I was like, okay, these jokes are working, these jokes are landing.
My only caveat is that sometimes what I find funny doesn't land with the general populace. Like sometimes
Right.
I'll have a laugh, like you phrased one line really funny, and it was so funny, and I'll be like,
Okay, but that's actually very helpful as a comedian to hear for someone to laugh randomly at something you didn't expect because you're like, wait, I did say that kind of weird and funny.
I'm here to hype you up. And then when I go with non-performers to say something, they're like so embarrassed because they're like, you're supposed to be silent. I'm like, no, you're not. We are here to laugh. Laugh, queen, laugh.
Laugh.
Yeah. And also, okay, one more thing I'll say about Uncommon. We're here to laugh. We're also here to just like party together afterwards, just like have a good time. Like,
Which is how you actually meet
you
people
know,
in the
socialize, just like and it's just like spend time with your friends as well. The other thing I said one thing, it's gonna be two things. Other log line that I've been thinking is like log line, like high concept, whatever. My pitch.
Mhm.
What if a comedy festival had a good website? So you're gonna be able to find all of our tickets and shows on the website. You better believe that.
Wow.
You better believe
Are
that.
you making the website yourself?
We got blog that.
Well, I cannot wait to be there at Uncommon Comedy Fest, Uncommon Brooklyn Comedy Fest. What's the full title?
Uncommon Comedy Fest. Or I'm really trying for it to
Uncomedy
just
Fest?
be. Oh,
No.
see, I don't love that. I'm so trying people to be like uncommon.
Oh,
It's just
That's
uncommon.
what we've been calling it in my household.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I
No,
just
because
wanted
my
to,
boyfriend was like, wait, I actually found out I booked something on Uncommon.
and that's exactly what I want to happen. So that
I
like
booked
I'm getting
Uncommon.
chills. That makes me so happy.
That's right. No, didn't you booked
It was
Uncommon?
like, wait, is that show part of Uncommon?
No,
And then that
exactly.
means
Are you hitting up
something.
Uncommon this weekend?
Exactly.
What are
And
you
if
doing after
things make
Uncommon?
sense.
Where can I catch you?
Yay. Well, you're going.
What's the post?
You're coming to the
Is it on the
Uncommon
website?
after party, of course.
The website,
Not
unofficial
yet.
posts.
Not yet. Right now, we're like, let's get these shows out, and then we can be like,
But
this
there
is
will
where
be,
we're
like-
hanging out after. Haha,
It'll be
you know.
transparent where the hang is.
Oh yeah, it's like inclusive, of course.
nice.
Wow.
It's all inclusive.
Next year we get drink ticket deals, then the bar makes a profit off you.
Ooh,
As
wait.
I'm a marketer.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm just talking words.
all,
But you know,
all I heard was drinks.
drinks.
Yeah, not opposed to that.
Speaking of uncommon, you know, comedy can be uncommon, friendship can be uncommon, New York can be uncommon. You know what's commonly uncommon around here?
What's commonly uncommon? What is commonly uncommon?
Some crazy ass cheeses, folks.
It's cheese time.
Cheese time, cheese time, cheese time, cheese time.
Cheese.
Cheese time.
Cheese time.
Yep.
Folks, it's that part of the episode where I bring a piece of cheese for us to try. And I am so excited for you both to try this cheese. It is a delicious cheese. It is based in America. It's made in the Midwest. I have with us today the Sunny Ridge.
Ooh, Sunny what?
The Sunny Ridge.
Sunny Ridge.
Sunny Ridge.
I love that actually.
It's a fun
I actually
title.
love that.
Wow, tell me about this cheese, Ethan.
So the Sunny Ridge is going to be a goat's milk cheese, again made in America, and it's similar to the Saint Nectaire, which is a French cheese that is like more buttery, has a little funk to it, a natural rind. But this guy is, well, first off, goat's milk. The Saint Nectaire is usually cow's milk, and this is washed in a Chicago beer, so we're gonna have a little funk to it.
The Chicago what?
A Chicago beer.
Oh, beer.
I believe it's a pale ale, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, wait, love that.
Yeah.
So it's a goat's milk cheese.
Goat's milk cheese, aged
They
not
grew
too long.
its own rind,
It grew its own rind.
and we washed it in beer when it was done.
Exactly. It is a wash-rind cheese.
So like, you want to eat the rind?
You do not have to. It's gonna be a little grainy and have a little funk to it,
Okay.
but you totally can.
Okay.
We'll
Well,
work our
are you
way
gonna
up
do
to
it?
What was that?
Are you gonna eat?
Oh
He
yeah.
has to.
I
He's the cheese guy.
legally I have to. Legally I have to.
Otherwise, he loses his cheese job.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we have this, and to pair it, we have a nice raspberry and habanero jelly. That'd be a fun spread.
Ooh.
And
Raspberry jelly is kind of my favorite.
it's so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like the best one, and with that little kick, it'd be so good. And then finally, we have a white wine. We have a Gruner.
Not the
Yeah.
Gruner.
We got the Gruner from Austria.
The Gruner Vetliner. Wow. I
Wow.
mean, that sounds so southern. The
Yeah.
Gruner
The
Vetliner.
Gruner from Austria.
Turns out we are all southern folk here on the pod. Off air, I found out that Elijah is from the one, the only North Kakalaki.
Carolina. Oh
And
yeah.
I'm from West Virginia.
And we're more southern. I guess you are more
Yeah, literally,
country,
yeah.
though.
Ooh.
Wait.
Say that again.
Distinction,
Say that again.
distinction.
Yeah.
You're more southern, you're more country.
You're real for that.
Whoa. I've never really thought about the difference of that, but you're so right.
Southern and country? I think country
Yeah.
kind of just means more like rural.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of
And
course. It's
Southern
so
is-
natural to think about it that way, but I just never have.
I have lots of great ideas.
I was gonna call you out, but I'm like, no, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Yeah. But I feel like all of these selections are like really perfect for me. And I just feel like our synergy right now is so it's so communicated to me through the fact that these are all like kind of what I would have chosen for myself. Except for the fact that it's goat cheese, but I like that it's challenging me a little bit.
We're pushing you to be uncommon.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Chills. Oh my god.
Whoa. I don't know if I'm ready for things to connect that much. to be honest.
Well, also it's the September portal, so that's probably how we knew.
That left-hander portal.
Cheers to being uncommon, to a life uncommon.
Cheers to a life lived uncommonly.
Well, that's a Gruner for sure. That's. If I ever had a Gruner, that's what.
It's almost like a little metallic.
Ooh. A
That,
little glassy.
Yeah.
yeah. Let me taste that. That's aluminum for sure.
Aluminium.
Aluminium. So yeah, this
he
is
just puts his hands all over it.
this is our Sunny Ridge.
Okay, yeah. So it's kind of a hard goat cheese. I think all of the goat cheeses I've had are soft.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Sticky.
It's gonna be a little sticky. It's that beer.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Imagine if we washed our hands with beer.
Okay. Honestly, like I feel like I was nervous and I'm like it's not it's like underwhelming me in a good way in that I'm not as scared as I thought I would be.
Beautiful. And that's what we try to do here.
Well, the cheese has had some time to fill the room with its scent. To me.
Yeah, no, it's really starting to we're getting that perfume.
We're starting that beer. We're getting that beer flavor in
Hey,
there.
why don't you
Wait, why is the beer like stinky?
It's like fermenting.
Okay.
Yeah.
But beer's already fermented.
Right, but with a cheese, they use some of that bacteria in there too.
Bacteria.
Yeah.
Oh, it all comes down to bacteria.
It all comes down to bacteria.
Yep.
You know, I told Carolyn this. I am certified in food health safety now.
Congratulations.
So before you were serving food without the proper certification?
I'm just kind of feeling out the vibe.
Wait, Ethan, are you ordained to marry people?
Yes!
I am.
You could just tell.
I'm just like you would be the person who would do that.
In West Virginia, I'm legally ordained.
Wait, it's only West Virginia?
Yeah, but I want to get my New York license. I think it'd be pretty easy.
I see, and this is gonna give me a lot of credibility come Act 3 when we're doing psychic readings.
Yeah, you're reading this to a T.
Let's cut off a piece so you can sniff.
Let's get into this cheese. We'll start with no rind. That's sort of the classic go-to, and then
Okay.
when we're feeling more comfortable, we'll get
Right. Once we've dipped our toes in.
exactly. So I'll just get that little rind off. That's a piece for you.
I'm so like I've never had a hard goat cheese.
Really?
I,
Yeah.
before this podcast, only pictured like a creamy chèvre.
Say that again.
I
Yeah.
couldn't-
Say that again.
A
You said it perfect. I just
a
couldn't. repeat
creamy chèvre. Chèvre.
Chèvre.
Like a creamy, like a log that you get at the
Yeah,
store.
exactly.
It's kind of crumbly.
I literally thought that's what goat cheese is.
Before this podcast, I had the same
Whoa.
thought. Turns out you can make any kind of cheese. It's
Of
just
course.
what udder you get it from, frankly.
Frankly.
It's like we're not so different.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, we do the first one with
Okay.
no accoutrement.
Yeah. Just give it like a sniff. Give it a sniff.
Oh, no, it has a...
Yeah, I'm just getting the goat.
Yeah. The goes
I'm getting the goat.
goes quite strong. It smells good though.
Okay.
Try it?
Yeah. Cheers to the
Cheers.
Sunny Ridge.
Cheers to the Sunny Ridge. Wow, that's so beautiful.
There's a nice little funk in there.
Oh, yeah, there's some fun.
There's a little bit of Monica.
That's rich.
It's
That's like It's like has the flavor of like 10 pieces of cheese.
Real. I like that. I like the description.
But maybe that's like a goat cheese thing as well. It's just like pungent.
Like, the goat cheese is quite rich. It's definitely.
There were so many waves of that taste experience. The front end was like kind of funky and distasteful.
Yeah.
And then kind of like the tangy kind of sourness of goat came through.
Mhm.
And then just like the richness of the milk fat content came through.
Wow.
And then kind of like a lingering brightness.
The linger is what's
The linger.
The linger.
Right? And it's what's sunny about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Can I try one with the accoutrement?
Yes, please. If you
Oh,
want to start
yeah.
giving that out.
Yeah. Why
I
don't you
want
cut some
that.
cheese?
Yeah.
I think it will be amazing with that.
Oh, I'm very
A pairing
excited.
can really make or break a cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And amazing with our Ritz.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, the official Cracker with the Pod sponsored content.
Sponsor. Well, we love sponsors right now. Apparently.
We have
Yeah.
so many.
I
Yeah.
feel like I could see Ritz getting really wild with their marketing techniques.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, I feel like I could see them just going really like avant-garde with it. You know, like what I saw, like there's some, it's like Nutter Butters.
I
or
was gonna say
something.
Nutter Butter has the really weird stuff.
They're like, yeah, their TikTok is like weird, like experimental film weird.
Yeah.
I definitely could see Ritz going in that direction.
Ritz will be in touch once we add more people to our team.
Ritz hairline. Hairline.
Don't call us. I
Wait,
mean,
do you guys have an email?
We do have an
Yes.
email.
And that's all you need.
for business inquiries.
And that's literally all you need.
And our email is that.tracks with a Z at gmail.com. And it's always in our
our link tree.
link tree in our comments. I'm very excited. All
Cheers
right.
again to
Okay.
the pairing,
Okay.
To the Sunny Ridge
to the Sunny Ridge.
with our raspberry habanero jelly and Ritz.
That all sings together.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine it in grilled cheese
Whoa.
form with that jam.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
how I know I like a cheese when I'm thinking about grilling it.
That jam is so good. And it blends so well with the funk that we make.
No,
that linger. That
exactly.
linger. Yeah, yeah.
And it's the slightest bit of heat and just a little sweet.
Totally.
Oh, no.
I feel like it also kind of like neutralizes the cheese in a way because it's like so acidic that like the ups and downs of the stinky cheese experience is like
Mhm.
muted,
Right.
but still has the like vibrancy
I feel that.
that the jam lends.
Yeah, it reminds me of when we had the torta del casar with Emily.
Right.
We had that yuzu marmalade with it. And it's sort of like,
Hide some of the poopy.
yeah. Would you like to try the rind?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's
If
a,
anything, I think the rind will like.
It'll up the funk for sure.
yeah.
Okay. In my head, it's like rinds are like chiller.
So I have some bad news for you.
It's not.
I with natural rinds, they tend to get a bit more funky.
Yeah, just go in. Oh,
Yeah.
cheers.
Yeah.
It's just like to me when I'm like getting the rind, it's like more of like an earthy
Yes.
kind of thing, and less of like a spoiled sour kind of thing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I think with wash rinds, that definitely seems to be the case. They get more of that spoiled.
Is this washed?
Yes, yeah, it's washed in the beer.
Wait, this rind is kind of good. I like when they're
Yeah.
like grainy like sand.
How would you rate this cheese?
Out of 5.
Oh, out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give my experience of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say a 4.
Okay.
I really loved with the jam and the crackers 4.
Yeah.
Without 2.5.
Really? Well, why such a big drop?
I think the goatiness of it. It's like also like would I just like buy it and like pull it out of the fridge? It's like would I repurchase?
Yeah.
No. But I did enjoy it with the crackers and the jam, like that experientially, really great. But if I were to do that jam and those crackers again, I would get a different cheese.
Gotcha.
So valid.
That's
Sorry,
fair.
because I also a couple crackers of those. Wow, symphony in my mouth. Am I gonna sit down and eat an entire plate of it? No.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's
But
just an amuse-bouche.
yeah, but I mean, a 4 out of 5 stars experience. That's what we love here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we
Totally.
love to go for. Carolyn?
I mean, it's been a while since we had a pairing, so this is,
A treat.
a treat.
Right.
A treat. Sometimes we don't even get crackers. We're just gnawing on that
Whoa.
dairy byproduct. And sometimes
Just
he's like, it's
sipping
a
on
firm
that udder.
cheese. It doesn't need a...
Wait, what'd you say?
Just sipping on that udder.
Me, when I have to eat a cheese raw and I get no cracker, I'm sipping on that MF udder. Yeah, that's how Ethan likes it. He likes to just udder in the mouth.
Guilty. I'm all about sipping on that other.
Like, say more about that.
I don't think I folks to see me and they're like, oh yeah, he's
an udder guy.
yeah he's sipped on that udder for sure.
Udder boy.
Yeah.
Wait, do you like drink milk?
It's not really. I
Okay.
don't. Yeah, I think I just keep the cheese.
You just cheese guy. You're not like a milk.
Yeah,
guy.
I might be like a yogurt guy either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just cheese.
I think it's just
wow.
cheese.
Or both.
What was that?
Or
4 stars.
4 stars. 4 stars again.
Oh yeah.
The 4-star
okay.
experience or 4-star cheese.
5-star experience because of this lovely friend to my left.
Well, yeah, if you include the company, of
5
course.
stars. The gym, the cracker, the company, 5 stars. The cheese itself, yeah, like a 3.7. We're
Wow.
starting to get too rich and too funky for my taste. The more this is the 24th cheese.
Right.
Whoa.
So I'm kind of learning what gets my gourd, if you will.
Yeah.
And
What is your gourd?
my gourd is a white fucking cheddar.
Whoa. Okay.
It's just too rich and too creamy and too tangy and too funky
Yeah.
for me to really sing its praises.
No, it's so rich.
It's very
Right.
rich.
It's just like it's using every taste bud in my mouth.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
it's kind of like smothering them.
Yeah, it's smothering them, and I'm
It
like,
smothers the taste buds. Let 'em
it's like
breathe.
just taste on, like my taste sense is on 100%, and I'm like, you're not supposed to be using 100% of your taste buds at all times, you know?
right, it's like science says you only use 10% of your brain or whatever. 10%
Exactly.
of your taste
Exactly.
buds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 80% water.
Yeah. right. 100% artist.
Yep.
110% alien.
I would give this a light 4, like a 4
I
point.
you like a thick, rich butter mama kind of cheese.
That's the
Other guy.
He wants to taste the udder in his cheese. He wants it rich and fatty, like a little baby calf drinking from its mama.
Like a man. Drinking from a woman.
Wait,
I have nothing to say.
do they make breast milk cheese? Like human
Yes.
cheese?
You can.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that so adamantly.
You sell it at your
Thank
shop?
God they do. So.
I know they make a breast milk ice cream, I believe. You know what? There's no segue to this, folks. That's cheese time.
Cheese time. That was so loud. Cheese.
Cheese.
Okay, guys. So now for the grand finale. Not even the finale. The main course. The main course of this delicious episode.
We had our cheese appetizer.
Cheese appetizer, a little get to know ya, a little what are you doing the last weekend of September.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have a true artist in our midst. Not just a comedian, not just a cultural theorist.
Mm-hmm.
We have a master of the divine arts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about master, but certainly,
a student,
certainly practitioner.
a practitioner
Certainly practitioner.
of the divine arts.
Mm.
We're getting our fucking tarot cards read.
Yep.
Elijah, tell me about your journey
Oh
With
my
tarot.
God.
with
Well,
the greater world,
Mhm.
with the life beyond.
wow. Well, it's always something that I've been very interested in, like since I was like in high school, really into that kind of stuff. And then tarot, I got into like 2020, whatever. Not much was going on then. And a lot was going on. And also, I will say that my father passed away that year. And I was just really not in such a great place. And so I kind of, that's when I got a lot more into my like spiritual practices and such.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to New York 3 years ago, I took a class with a psychic. And it was like on intuition and just sort of diving into that kind of stuff about like how to develop your psychic abilities and some of those sort of core principles of like our psychic bodies, dare I say.
May I ask, so would you classify yourself as a psychic?
I do classify myself as a psychic.
Mhm.
I will say I do believe that everybody has psychic ability. And when I say I'm a psychic, I mean like I've developed it. And also I do psychic readings for people. I do
Right.
tarot readings for people paid and also for my friends.
Mhm.
And also just to like guide I do it for myself a lot when I'm just like, I need to talk to the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's kind of my journey,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I really love it. It's super fun. I like go to the park, set up shop there, have people stop by. My I set up a little booth to do it for strangers, which is super fun. I
How
love
do
it.
you handle
Yeah.
it when you get a really, really bad pull for someone?
Oh, that's a great question.
Oh, like if something really bad, like you get a pull that's like, oh, this bad thing is happening for you.
Yeah.
Well, usually that person has already come to me with like an energy of like, I'm having a really tough time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that I've ever pulled a card and been like, this next chapter is going to be so bad and you didn't even know. It's like usually, I don't know. Like I did a reading for someone who was like, and I was like, the future was like really scary. And I was like, woo, okay. And then she was like, yeah, like my mother is terminally ill. Like, so yeah, that's going to go down and this is this. So I don't know that I've ever had to, well, actually a couple once sat down at my booth and was like, we want a reading for our trip. And I pulled a card and I was like, kind of like, had to like, just didn't want to tell them to be like, yeah, you're gonna break up on this trip, but or like at least have extreme conflict.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of, I was just like, I'm not gonna say that because it was also like it was like a fast reading.
Yeah.
So I was more just kind of saying this is gonna be a bit of a challenging trip where you're gonna like get to know each other a lot better in ways where you're gonna sort of figure out, like where you have friction in your relationship.
Room to grow.
So, yeah, I think there's always a way to phrase it that is equally true, but less honest.
Okay, and then tell me a little bit about this deck in particular.
Okay, this deck, Ethereal Visions deck, it's pretty much such a beautiful deck. A lot of like gold leafing or whatever. And also something fun, it has 80 cards. Normal tarot deck has 78 cards. This has 2 extra that I like.
Huh.
So I'm wondering if we, spoiler alert, Elijah has offered to do a reading for Eythen and I. I'm
Yes.
wondering if we should do it as a duo for like the future of our entertainment partnership, or if we
Ooh.
should do individual.
Oh, I'm open to either. I'd love an individual one for sure.
Okay, yeah.
I'm greedy.
Yeah, but before we get into, I'm curious, Carolyn. But what's your tarot experience?
I think I had like a random stop by at a booth at Emory for like a day. I had one very transformative tarot reading. I really only had one. It was like 8 months into moving to New York. My ceiling had just collapsed. Real fans know.
Yeah.
I was like sleeping on a friend's floor, and this person from my hometown was doing readings on Instagram live or like over DM. I arranged it.
Yeah.
We had a FaceTime call, and I had a great like past, present, future reading that kind of summed up that I had been in college before and really a student and like learning. And then there was this like flood mirror, almost September portal type card of the present. And I was like, girl, that's crazy because the rain came through my ceiling literally today. And then the future card was the High Priestess. So basically, like, you've been in your student era, you're in a time of great change and transformation, but waiting on the other side is your butterfly emergence icon. And I feel like that's been true. The 2 years since then, I've like really, really spread my wings, gotten my feet under me, really grown. Now I've been in New York 3 years, and I definitely feel like a priestess in training, a priestess in process.
Oh my God, wow. That's beautiful. I also feel like the High Priestess is really just like, you're gonna get more in touch with yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and be like a lot more like in tune with everything.
And I feel like it's been so true.
Yeah.
I've been more like aligned with myself, I feel like.
That's
since
beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
then. Thanks.
Inspiring.
Igor?
I have 2 thoughts come to mind. I was just telling Elijah. There's this game that I adore called The Binding of Isaac, and there's a series of items you can get that are based off tarot cards. And like if you get the Lovers, for example, you get 2 extra hearts, or if you get the Justice, you get like a bunch of items. So I know a few cards through that. My other tarot experience is that I had a big crush on someone in high school, or when I was in high school. And for Christmas, I got her a tarot card set.
Aww.
Yeah.
You're not
That's
supposed to buy it
so
for someone
you.
else?
Oh no, you can definitely buy them for whoever. Everyone's like, I talk to so many people who are like, oh, I haven't gotten into tarot because apparently everybody thinks somebody has to give you your first deck. You can't buy it. Biggest misconception. Biggest misconception. Go ahead and buy a card deck you like and just look at it. Why not? Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't not make sense.
No.
Did
All my
she-
favorite decks I got myself. But I get gifted some really nice ones as well. But
So
it's
how
just
did
like
you pick
gotta
this one?
It speaks to you.
How'd you pick this one for today?
For today, this is probably the deck that I use the most for readings. Like every deck has a personality.
Right.
This deck's personality, it's very clear what it's saying usually. Some decks speak to me like in metaphor. And then I also have another deck that's just like very succinct. It's very like I'm like getting messages from it and I'm like, I'll say something and I'm like, yeah, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one, it's like I can kind of flow with it. I can tell you like I get a lot from the cards, but it's not too flowery. It's flowery, but it's not too flowery.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, take it away.
Okay. I think my question is more of a vague one.
Okay.
If
So
that's
everything you were just told not to do.
Yeah. Well, a vague question, you'll get a vague answer. That's all.
Oh man.
No, we can. But also sometimes you'll start with a vague question, pull a card. It makes you think of something,
Yeah.
and then we ask about that.
Hypothetical question. Like this is, I guess, it's a future question. So I'll ask
Okay.
this: when will I get a new job?
Okay, so career question.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be a career question. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, and I think also when am I gonna get a new job is where like your free will comes in because it has a lot to do with like when are you gonna apply for jobs? You know?
Right. Yeah.
If you sit around and wait, if I say 2 months and you sit around for 2 months, don't do anything, obviously you're not gonna get a job. But let's do a reading based around timeline for you getting a job and the different factors of it.
Let's do that. That sounds
Okay,
great.
perfect. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm so happy you guys are letting me do this.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm sweating. I'm sweating right now.
oh, there's really I mean, you didn't get anything that's like tarot tends to tell us what we already know.
Okay.
That's the beauty of it. So you there's nothing scary going on.
Okay.
If anything, I'm like, I hope we can think of something specific to ask because I think this is really just going to be like stuff you already know.
Okay.
Which is, all right, so I pulled your current job, how it's making you feel, your next job, how it's going to make you feel, and then Four of Swords for the timeline. And yeah, I can go through that. Okay, so let's show. Okay, so your current job is the Empress reversed. And the Empress, I mean, if you look at her, she's beautiful, she's powerful, she's potent. She is a master of the creative arts. And I read cards reversed. So the Empress reversed, the energies there are a little more, there's like definitely an artistic practice and there's like, you know, aesthetic sensibilities at play, but there's maybe some withholding there in terms of like a barrier between you, the person who has the job, and the actual aesthetic. Like it's maybe like the aesthetics part of it are sort of compartmentalized in a way. And that makes sense. Obviously, I know that you work at a cheese shop, so I think this is sort of gesturing to like, it's cheese, it's food, it's delicate, it's artistic, it's beautiful, but reversed that energy is like, it's beautiful, but it's a job. And in terms of how it's impacting you, to get the Justice card, and I'm gonna go ahead. I like to pull a clarification card just because. So I'm gonna pull a clarification card for this card. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I pulled the Five of Cups reversed. Kind of a card about grief and sadness. So I think that, you know, justice is often like a card about sort of like black and white. Is it good? Is it bad? I think there's also often an element in justice of like consequences and repercussions sometimes. And I think also just for me pulling that Five of Cups, I guess I was asking like, oh, is it like justice, like you got what you deserved justice, or is it like justice, like it was a guilty charge, you know, like justice sort of more in the negative of like it's been decreed bad. And so I do think this is more in like the space of like justice in its signification of like this job has put you in a box a bit. And it makes you feel kind of stifled, and it's inhibiting. It's inhibiting and tiring too. I think this card, especially when it comes up, it's like you've gotten everything you can get out of it, and there's like a lack of being fed from the job. And that's maybe
this man looks tired and hungry and thirsty.
Totally.
Yeah. There's 5 cups there. He's been drinking.
For sure. All right. So, 10 of Wands being your next job. 10 of Wands, that's somebody who is carrying a bunch of sticks. So, it's often like that last, it's like dotting your I's, crossing your T's, a lot of the little minutia that are required for finishing a job. So, I think usually the type of job that is like 10 of Wands is like sometimes some sort of like administrative person, like an assistant of some kind, someone who's like running around doing a little bit of everything, like making sure like the fire is fed. Yeah. Which is like
he's carrying firewood.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what this guy is doing, but yeah, it's like you can like he's bringing firewood to, you know, feed the flame, or he's, you know, bringing a bunch of poles for building to build a fence. Like it's all these little things that are kind of the sort of like production assistant type of job.
This is the village PA.
You know, running from place to place, grabbing people's coffees kind of energy. And I think that this job, this next job, can be something that's, and we got the Hanged Man reversed. So the Hangman in the narrative around tarot is a man who is being hanged who has accepted his fate. So I think, you know, versus this job, this justice, that it's like sometimes there's like really good parts and there's really bad parts, and it ultimately ends up really weighing on you. This job is more so a little bit of everything, a little bit of nothing, kind of like running around kind of job, and ultimately you feel a little bit more at peace, a little bit more at equilibrium. It's not a very empowering job necessarily in terms of like, oh, like this job gives my life meaning. It's more so like a job where you're like, I can do this. Like I can do this job for a while. And 4 of Swords, I pulled for the timeline of this transition. And this is kind of what I was saying in terms of like, if you ask a question that you have a lot of influence in, you're going to get an answer that's kind of like 4 of Swords, you know, it's like, it's waiting.
Right.
And it's sort of being still and being patient sometimes. So like in this timeline case, I think, you know, maybe it's kind of coming through as like, you're paying a lot of attention to sort of what opportunities you see. You're sort of being very vigilant for opportunities. And then when the right one comes when you come across the right one, then it'll be time. And I'm just going to pull another card for like what your influence on the timeline is, I guess.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Can I get a clarification for the Hangman? Like, I guess clarification being, am I happy?
Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah. Well, are you happy, King of Cups? That's a satisfied guy. That's a satisfied guy. So I think it's like really leaning into the Hanged Man, like the peace of it and the feeling like I can go to work and I can feel good. I can like the people I'm around. I can feel good about the work I'm doing. It's not something that's like incredibly aesthetically important, whatever, but in terms of how it impacts you, you feel like at equilibrium, and that means that you can make space for a lot more in your life and have and it can be a job that doesn't drain you.
Okay.
Looks like this guy's gonna carry a bunch of sticks, but he has accepted it and feels like a king doing it.
Yeah. A knight even. A knight that's like, you know, I'm working, and it's like I think with the Ten of Wands too, is like I'm working and I'm in a kind of flow state while I'm working that feels good and makes the time pass well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go home and I have a beer with my friends and I feel good about a day's work, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, big dog.
Okay.
I don't feel good. I don't
No.
feel good.
So don't worry, because I asked these are around specific questions that are gonna make you less gray. So I asked, how can you speed up the job process?
Okay.
And I got the Lovers reversed. Networking. It's all about that networking.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all about
Versus Indeed.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm like, this is where I have to parse through, and it's like, what's psychic information and what's just good advice.
Totally.
Yeah, I think that asking people a lot, like, do you know someone who's hiring? Do you know someone who's hiring?
Mm-hmm.
That feels like more likely to speed things up. But I think there's also definitely the opportunity to like, yeah, I wouldn't spend long periods of time on Indeed every day. I would maybe peek on and be like, oh, like this thing. If I'm thinking about Lovers Reversed, you might not know the place, but you're like, oh, this is close by, or like, oh, you see a place on Indeed, you're like, I know somebody who works there, or I know someone who knows someone who works there.
Yeah.
Like, you might find something Indeed, but not in, like deep in the recesses of it. More so, you'll find it like it'll be the first job that pops up, or one of the first 5 jobs that pops up because it's very close to you, or something like that.
Right.
And this card I pulled is like, how would your actions slow down the job process? The Tower. This is what scares
spooky.
people.
Yeah.
It is a scary card, but
and they're wearing a mask.
Yeah, well, you know that you're so observant. You're so observant. I mean, the card is about like things falling apart that we can't control. And in terms of like your individual actions, I think like the way that you could prevent yourself or slow down from having a job is like letting your health deteriorate, letting your mental health deteriorate, not taking care of yourself and your body, pushing yourself too thin where like things get out of control. This just basically means like if you are kind of neglecting yourself and you're neglecting what's good for you and taking care of yourself, that's going to make it a lot harder to get a job. How does that sit? It stings.
It stings. It's real. Yeah.
And I don't think you need to become really disciplined by any means. I think just like, you know, rein it in.
This was good. As someone who knows him well, this was good.
Yeah.
You needed to hear this. You needed the Tower.
No, I really need the Tower, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Applause.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I do it for.
Fuck yes.
I feel like basically it said if you eat Kraft mac and cheese, your cover letter will be better.
Yeah, if you just have... I don't even think you need to be so regular, but...
Give breakfast a try.
You know, just like... I'm making time to like catch up with acquaintances.
Yeah.
If you make some time to catch up with acquaintances, guess what? Their jobs are hiring. Guess fucking what?
That's a great point.
Their jobs are hiring.
You need some coffee chats.
I need some coffee chats.
You need a couple of coffee chats in your life. I hate to say it.
And you gotta fuel up before the coffee chat.
Time to hit up some people you haven't talked to since college. I'll say that.
No,
not that far back, but
no, you're real. You're real. You're real for that.
Hey, I'm real.
Wow.
Elijah, that was fantastic. That was great.
Oh my God, wait.
Yeah.
That's kind of exactly what Ethan did.
Yeah.
But I'm, you know, I hope that we can also ask some very oddly specific questions, because I'm like, sometimes I'm like, well, you already knew all that. You know what I mean?
But I felt it, but I needed to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
I need it.
Totally. And that is what tarot is good at. It's like, it is like, because again, we all have very strong senses of intuition, and it's like, how much have we developed our ability to tune into it?
Right.
Or how much can we just feel it in that moment?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, tarot is just like a tool to like tell you what part of you already knows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
A brief plug in our intermission. Do you do tarot readings for people for hire?
Yeah, I do. I have like a couple of regular clients.
So if
but
any listeners wanted to
so
book
you can DM me for sure. You can
plug your
DM me about
Instagram
it.
real quick.
Yeah.
Elijah.mesh. That's
Awesome.
simple.
If you like what
Elijah.mesh.
you hear.
You can DM me.
We'll put it
I
in
love
the
doing it.
in the description.
I don't know if you can tell, but like I literally love doing it. It feels good. I love doing that.
I can feel it. No,
Okay, good.
I like you feel knowledgeable, and also you're just like, yeah, you feel good about it.
Totally. It's a fun way to connect with people, and I just love it. It feels good.
Great.
Okay.
So Carolyn, do you have a question?
Yeah, I feel like I've been in a chapter of really like kind of taking stock of my artistic skills. I grew up musical theater.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up doing some music, and I feel like I'm kind of in this like jack of all trades, master of none chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And acting was the thing that was like driving me for a really long time. I'm finally feeling like maybe I want to recenter that. Maybe it's more film and TV than it was stage and musical theater. Comedy's kind of been happening to me some. Music has kind of been on the back burner. I've been into visual art. I've been into painting. And so
cool.
I guess I kind of want to know like where to focus to see success, and success meaning like not necessarily money, but like I feel like I'm a nanny with hobbies,
Yeah.
and I don't want to be a nanny with hobbies. I want to be an artist who has side hustles.
Totally.
And so it's kind of like what discipline, what path brings me closer to like living my day in and out as an artist who has to work other jobs for funds versus being caught up in a day job, and whatever like hobby stumbles across my desk is the one that catches me that day.
Totally. Wow, that is such a good question. That's
With like a
beautiful.
side of like, should I be trying to get a commercial agent or a film agent or a TV agent? What's the
Right.
acting piece of it?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the one where I have the most skills. But I also, it's like, I feel like I need to be in a screen acting class for networking, and I want to take an oil painting class more than anything right now. You know what sounds so
Right.
fun? Wheel pottery. Did it one time. And it's like, okay, but also like you have a degree in acting, you've been working toward this goal. So I'm just a little bit of like needing focus in my artistry with the goal of it turning into career moves, not just
Totally.
hobbies.
You want to feel a sense of progression.
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
the answer is obviously not become a professional painter, but it's kind of like, how am I using my free time in a Capricorn way to bring me progress, and also in like a Pisces way to make my little fish happy.
Totally.
And also in like a Leo way of like, so that people know I'm producing. Yeah,
People.
and leads to progress and begets momentum.
Totally.
I feel like sometimes I have a lack of momentum in my artistry.
Yeah. And then as a Cancer, you're like, I know how I want to feel.
Right, where I feel like once I finally feel good, I just want to stay in the house. Or like
Yeah.
the house meaning my shell. You know, it's like the podcast has been good,
Mhm.
and I, you know, consume other theater, and I play piano sometimes, and I'm kind of content. And I want to push past content and be making momentum. Because I don't want to
Right.
just have lived in New York to be a nanny with hobbies. I want to
Right.
like have a career in entertainment.
Okay. All right.
All that, actually.
Totally. Okay. First, I kind of want to ask the cards about just like where that question is coming
Yeah,
from.
oh
Because
my
I'm
God.
like, should we explore that, or should we like kind of interrogate the question itself a little bit?
Sure, anything you want.
Okay. So, all right. Let's play around then.
Yeah, let's play.
This is fun. Let's play around. I pulled the 6 of Cups. It's like kids playing. Let's play around with this question. All right. I kind of love doing readings where it's like a card for this, a card for that, a card for that, a card for that.
Sure.
So let's do it for all of your passions.
Yeah.
Okay. And thinking specifically, like, what is the potential energy of this?
Yes.
Like, what is the
exactly.
potential there?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with, okay, we've got acting, comedy, visual art, music.
And
Okay.
like dance on the periphery. I'm not trying to
Okay.
make a career out of dance,
That's
but
a little bit of everything.
yeah.
Okay.
But dance like was a part of my life for a really long time and hasn't been for years.
Okay, cool.
But
okay,
that's
cool. So let's go acting. Okay. Comedy. Visual art. Music. Okay, cool. Okay. So right away, I'm like, part of me wants to be like, what do you guys think about this? I'm a teacher. If you can't tell. But all right, so right away, acting, pulled King of Cups reversed. Right? So there is like King, like is very much you have those skills, you know very intimately. Like you are kind of an authority in acting in a way, but that reversed, even just like in if you're looking at it, like he is feeding into all of this.
right.
And also it's the only like reversed card.
Right.
Which to me tells me that it's a huge part of everything else and of like your history and how it feeds into it. But putting your energy into it will only like kind of spit you out somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
because it's kind of the artistic passion that like brought me into any sort of identity as an artist.
Right.
And so it makes sense that it kind of like I was doing kids plays when I was 5 years old.
Right, totally. And I mean, I think that like I entered comedy as a writer for sure, and that really informs the comedy that I do.
Yeah.
People who enter from a point of acting, it really informs the kind of comedy that they do. So, of course, that's gonna have a huge impact on the type of comedy the type of artist you are as a comedian. Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right, so comedy, Ace of Cups. I love that too because that is Ace of Cups. That's the like just like a regular card deck. Ace is the first one, so it's very new.
Right.
And I think with this Ace of Cups, there's some sense of like immediate gratification there as well, which is like a potential for you to do it, like for it to be immediate. Is like you will immediately like feel good, feel like you're expressing yourself. You'll have kind of a built-in sense of expression, community, pleasure, and just like a lot of those good feelings that you're seeking. I feel like
every time I mic, I feel that, and then the momentum stops.
Right. Interesting. Well, let's interrogate that after.
Okay.
Visual art, Hierophant. I think that is like, to me, visual art. That the Hierophant is like the architect. This is something where you could get very good at visual art over a very long course of time.
Yeah. So
this could be something that enters your life now and that you continue to practice, and eventually, this is the kind of thing that is saying like you have the potential for very long-term mastery.
Maybe that one is more of the hobby, which is kind of how it's spelled. Like my grandmother, with the age component too. My grandmother was the one who was always having me paint. I have no training, but she would just sit me down with an acrylic set. And yeah, maybe it's something that just kind of is for fun, is for me, is a hobby that isn't career related. I mean, not that it can't inform it, and not that like I did a multimedia sketch with comics that I like drew a week ago. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like the idea of it being like long lasting.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that long lasting of like, thinking of it as a hobby, but also thinking of it as like this huge skill that you are learning. It doesn't have the immediate gratification of comedy where you can get on stage and like be like, you can get good at comedy in some way that is satisfying in a few months. Yeah. You could actually, because of your background, you're already good at it probably. Even though you haven't necessarily like trained on it. But this is like, it is a skill that you can spend your whole life learning, essentially. Yeah. I guess that makes it a hobby, but it also just makes it like, it's good to learn stuff every day. Like keeps your brain sharp, Yeah. So it's like, it's almost part of like, I think it is part of an artistic practice to always be learning and always be challenging your brain to do something that like, it really, really has to focus and concentrate to do and has to like expand to get better. And then music, Page of Swords. Also like, so Paige is a little further into the narrative. You know, it's like still a student in music for sure. I think similarly, like a lot to be learned there. Paige doesn't indicate that, like, it's not saying that there's like the potential for mastery there, I would say. I think it's more like, again, that idea of like lifelong learner kind of vibe, and also having it be like a fun tool that you can use for your comedy or for a lot of different parts of your life. Like, you know, this is kind of like, it's like the trick that you pull out of your pocket in a way, or that you do when you know, it's just like something in your tool belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get more specific. Let's go into one, pull out the different elements of it.
Okay. Let's talk about comedy.
Okay, good. I was hoping.
I think this is all very true to how I've been feeling. I've been saying to everyone, like, growing up like a stage actor, you know, you'd put 8 weeks of rehearsal into a show before you got on stage. And it's so fun that I can write a set on the subway and then get up on stage and do it and get laughs and get positive feedback and then go meet people after and have a drink and be like, I made a new friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's been great. I record it, I write it on the set. I'm never listening back and editing the jokes.
Right.
I'm never going a second week in a row to the same location. Like, the momentum part completely falls short because it does feel a little self-serving, and also I think there's like an identity piece if I don't yet identify.
Yeah, and you don't have to identify as a comedian because I think you are like coming in from an actor, so maybe you're not a comedian, you're a performer.
Yeah.
Totally. You're a performer.
Totally.
And comedy is the environment in which you perform.
Yeah.
But you can do something with it that's very different than, you know, like, I'm definitely the type of stand-up comedian. I'm writing down my jokes. I'm trying to come up with my 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm always working to my next, like, 5 minutes that is new and fresh, and I can just kind of slot on top of the time I already have.
Right.
In a very traditional stand-up comedian kind of way. That's not really your vibe. Like, that's not how you progress. You progress by getting good at it in other ways.
Yeah.
And by sort of sharpening your ability as a performer in a comedic setting.
Right.
And there are a lot of different ways to do that. Do you want to look at like the different types of comedy you could do?
Sure.
Okay. So let's get one for stand-up. I'm gonna do one for clown. Sketch. Ooh, wait a second.
Oh, interesting.
Sketch.
Oh.
What else is there, you guys?
Improv.
Ooh, okay, yeah, you should take an improv class. Sorry, I hate to be the one who says it.
A lot of people have said it.
I hate to be the one who says it, but it's me who says it. Okay.
Oh, musical. Ooh.
Okay. So musical 10 of swords, that's a dead end.
Damn.
Not to say it can't be
part
of this, but you're not
as
gonna
a
like
solo
make
venture.
silly songs.
The lovers coming up for sketch is very interesting because my lover and I have already done a sketch show together.
Right.
He wrote it. I was in it. It was a big fucking hit.
Wait. Okay. Yes.
Big fucking hit. And I got people to come out. I felt great about it. It gave me like the actor. I was like, oh my god, I'm in a rehearsal with the script again. This is awesome. Like, this is what I want.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. Pulling a card for solo show. Okay, you can get there.
Take some time.
Hey, you need some collaborators for that.
Totally.
Wait, that's so beautiful. I love that. I'm literally like getting chills. Like, you have to do sketch.
I feel like this is where like the actor conundrum is that I feel like I'm great. I just feel like I'm not a writer or a generator.
Yeah.
And I'm getting better at it, but like, because I do come in from the actor perspective, I'm great at a sketch you wrote, making it so funny. And adding me and adding jokes.
Totally.
And I feel like being the generator of my art is really frustrating. And that's what I miss out of true acting.
And that is what Seven of Pentacles. You gotta take an improv class. Hello. Yeah, you kind of have to figure out, like, you need a space to really, like, look back at your artistic practice and your experience with comedy, experience with sketch, experience with just any kind of storytelling, and be like, what is important to me about it? What do I care about? What worked? What didn't work? And how do I sort of mold things where I'm like, I'm taking the stuff that works. And if there's something you don't like doing, how do I do sketch without doing that? if you don't like sitting down and writing a sketch, you never have to do that in your whole entire life. You can just like do improv and come up with sketches that way and like repeat things like that. You can come up, do, like do an improv scene and essentially just recreate it as a sketch, or
so it sounds like sketch with Noah is important. Get my ass in an improv class. And this one was stand-up?
Yes.
What's the Two of Cups reverse about stand-up?
I think that Two of Cups reverse with stand-up. Two of Cups is often like very raw emotions. Especially reversed, it's kind of like, it's just like those very almost like childlike feelings that we have that are like, I'm sad, I'm happy. Like, actually it kind of like reminds me of those like the symbol for
comedy
theater
and drama.
That's like comedy and drama.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, which is saying like, oh, it's something that you can do and it can be satisfying, it can feel good and feel bad sometimes. But there's not quite as much room for like expansion there. It's gonna feel a little bit like two-dimensional to you.
Yeah.
And this was clown, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what does the is this it'd be the reverse Queen of Hearts,
Mm-hmm.
Queen of Wands?
Queen of Wands.
Yeah.
So Queen of Wands reversed. I think that just tells me that it could be like kind of fun and challenging to you, and it can kind of like subvert a lot of the skills you've learned. Like, if like acting is like you have to do something one way, it's like your experience in clown might be like, oh, I kind of have to break all the rules, and like there's definitely expansiveness there, but it also makes me think it's like that's not your form of expression so much as like a form if you're like, I'm feeling stuck, like what can like take me out of this stuck feeling.
Yeah.
Doing a clown performance, because it's just like so like
goofy.
It's like writing with your left hand instead of your right.
Totally. This is telling.
Yeah. I'm thinking about the Lovers a lot.
I'm telling you, our sketch show was a big freaking hit.
Okay, you gotta do it again.
It was a great sketch show.
And I can help produce it.
Yeah.
Wow.
How you feel?
Sounds like my man's riding my freaking comedy star vehicle. Like I've known for 4 years.
Yeah, and your boyfriend is really funny too.
So it seems like the success and fulfillment I want is gonna come mainly through comedy, collaborative comedy.
Yeah, to have like a
informed by my acting, maintained by my music and my visual arts, which are more lifelong artistic endeavors.
Yeah,
this one came up earlier too.
It did. Yeah, I think it is just coming back to that like Two of Pentacles. There's like something practical within you that wants to feel like a sense of development, a sense of growth, a sense of like pride in what you do.
Yeah, totally.
And that can definitely happen through comedy and sketch and taking an improv class. And maybe dabbling in some other stuff. Music. Not
musical comedy.
Not musical. Well, I feel like if you sat down and you're like, I'm going to write a funny song. I feel like that maybe, is that you? Like, is that who you are?
No. I just improv it well.
Yeah. Maybe like with improv, again, a tool in your tool belt.
Yeah.
You have that at your disposal. You're not giving your life to it.
No, yeah, I'm not. Wow, this was so telling.
Wow.
God, yay. I'm so happy.
The Great Lock-In. It's all about comedy.
It's all about comedy.
All about comedy.
It was the comedian, tarot reader, who told me to do it.
Yeah. Can you believe the tarot reader, who's also a comedian, told you that you could find a lot of fulfillment in comedy?
Imagine if you're like, I think opera is really it for you. Lock in on opera.
Lock in.
Wow. I gotta go journal for 2 hours about that.
Yeah. Oh,
me too.
Man.
How are you feeling after your sat with you?
I wish I would have asked a cooler question. I was like, I'm a little fucked up that I went first. And I was like, I guess I'm worried about my job. Is that something?
No, but that is also like, I feel like when I'm sitting down at the park and people ask questions, half of it is about people's jobs.
Yeah.
Literally half people are like, what am I doing for work?
Wow. For the listeners who tagged along in that tarot reading, we hope you know so much more about our psyche. Again, if you want your tarot read, reach out to Elijah. And it seems like there's a lot of things that we can get by checking out Elijah's social media presence, artistic presence.
Yeah.
You have a theater festival theater. You have a comedy festival that you are hosting and producing coming at the end of September.
Exactly.
Uncommon.
26th, 27th, 28th.
You have a recurring show.
Yes.
The big question.
Big questions. Big
Yeah.
questions. It's kind of like every season.
Totally.
Okay.
At Hellphone.
Yep.
Tarot readings. Anything else you want to plug?
No, not really. I
That's
do
it.
tattoos.
Tattoos.
Yeah.
No, but
Your Instagram is.
that's more just for friends.
Oh, which we're not yet?
No, you guys. That's for you guys. I'll give you guys some
Are we
matching
officially
tattoos.
friends now?
Of course we are.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay, find Elijah on Instagram at ELIJAH.MESH
Mhm.
Brilliant.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
Find the podcast at that.tracks with a Z.pod on Instagram and
And
TikTok.
TikTok. Where can we find you?
At Carolyn Ausler, CarolynOursler. I should ask the cards, should I take the first R out of my last name? Okay.
You find me on Instagram at Ethan, EYTHEN_Anthony. That's spelled normally. And folks, we will see you next time
On that track.
on That Tracks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.